So as you all may or may not know that I'm a little bit of a 17-year-old myself, and I really don't want to become an adult whatsoever. I feel like old people just seem way too damn old, even at 20 years old. I've seen my sisters, they look miserable at 20 years old, even though they have a pretty good life, and they're not complaining whatsoever, and they treat it like it's a good life. But still, the fact that 20-some years old, oh man, so we're going to be getting some lessons from the OddsOneOut, saying what your early 20s will be like. So without further ado, hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like, sub, comment, and comment what you would like me to see next.
Hey guys, I kind of need help. I'm really running out of content here, and you know, as a couple of the view rates from the last couple videos aren't so good, so I kind of need some help.
But without further ado, let's get into it. See, even the first couple frames of this just looks like it's miserable. Oh, look at that, bills. Ew, disgusting. Even though a lot of people my age are starting to pay bills.
Yeah, I'm 25. That's a quarter of a century.
Yes, we know
and
that.
I've been doing YouTube full-time for a nickel of a century. My life's
5
practically
years?
over. I'm at a point now where when people recognize me, they'll say, OMG, James.
Wait, a nickel? A year?
James, I've been watching you since
I'm terrible at math.
And I'll be like, OMG, your beard is bigger than mine. So I've been thinking, you know those going through puberty videos your 8th grade science teacher shows you for some reason?
Yep.
The ones that are like, hey boys, I'm the puberty platypus, and I'm here to tell you that your body is going through some wonderful changes. You're gonna start growing hair in weird places, and smelling bad, but that's just the wonders of life. And then for the girl one, it's like, oh, ladies, you're gonna want to sit down for this one. Well, I think they need to make...
Bro, it's true. No, yeah, my sisters had to sit down for their talk.
A puberty part 2 video that they show to high school seniors and prepare them better for the quote-unquote adult life they're about to face. Schools just give you a piece of paper and a funny hat and send you off into the world expecting you to figure out your intricate and complicated life through what? Trial and error? I want the
Exactly, trial and error. Trial and error is a pretty good way of doing it. But, you know, the way that school doesn't teach you even what taxes are is a little concerning. But, you know, trial and error.
The part 2 video that I'm planning on making to start like this. The puberty platypus will come back on screen and will be like, well, kids, you did it. See? Puberty wasn't so bad. For some of you. Unfortunately, dear children, this is only the beginning. And then he'll start talking about all the fun things you can expect in the following years. Like, instead of growing hair in new places,
elderly
for some
formula.
of you, your hair is
Nice.
going to start thinning and falling out. And if you're a guy worried about hair loss, then I've got good news. This video is sponsored by Bald People. They're paying me money to tell you to just shave it all. Shave it. Looking good, Rush! You're also going to be perpetually tired. And before you start thinking...
Okay, whose hair is falling out at 25? Now, don't get me wrong, I know that some people have good genes and not good genes when it comes to hair, but whose hair is falling out at 25? Whose hair is thinning? You're like literally the biological male peak of a person should be around in their mid to late 20s when it comes to physical looks. When it comes to physical strength, then it becomes like 30 to 35 for peak. But then I don't, how? If your hair's thinning at 25, then you need to reevaluate what you're doing.
I'm not going to be tired. I'm going to get 8 hours of sleep every night. First of all, no you're not. And second of all, that's not going to help. You will still be tired and there's no escape. Why do you think adults say, ha ha ha, don't talk to me till I've had my coffee? It's because every adult, from the moment they wake up, is dead tired. And we need stimulants just to function. You're also going to start getting excited about things you used to think were stupid, like furniture shopping. Sometimes you'll go on Zillow and look at the most expensive houses and think, oh, that's a nice kitchen backsplash.
Is it sad that I do that now?
And then wonder where your youth went. Another thing, 90% of the mail you get is worthless, but the other 10% of mail is very, very important. Like if you ignore it, your water, power, and Wi-Fi get shut off. Important.
It's called bills.
Or you'll get mail that's like, hey, you owe the government some money, and we know how much money you owe us, but we're not going to tell you, stupid. So you either have to figure that out yourself.
The IRS.
Or pay another person some money so they can tell you how much money you owe the government. Hey there. I don't want you to be scared.
Oh, I just noticed that. That was the guy from The Office.
That come with being older. And also you can't escape it. You'll get to be independent and make your own decisions. Did your parents never let you get a tattoo? Well, now you can. But I'm going to put it somewhere that I can easily cover it up when I visit them for Christmas. That way it's not weird if I exclusively wear turtlenecks around them. I just like them. Another pro, you won't complain about the food you have at home because you'll only ever buy the food you like and can afford. You're independent now. You can eat cake for breakfast. However, if you do that, your stomach...
My entire arm. Okay, so I had golf practice yesterday, right? Whatever the hell the mosquitoes were being fed was like only my blood. My entire left arm is literally dying of itches right now. But I guess that's not important to the video whatsoever, so let's get back into it.
Hurt and you won't be able to move for 8 hours. Okay, at first you'll be able to get by with bagel bites for dinner. That's a standard college grade meal. But after a couple of years of that abuse, your body will go, yo, do you think you could throw down some, I don't know, fruit every once in a while? Yeah, we gotta make like new cells for your developing brain, and we've been making them solely out of bagel bites. It is genuinely upsetting.
Hey, technically, if you think about it, a tomato is actually a fruit, so he has been eating fruit for the past couple of years. He needs some of that veggies.
I have to figure out what I have to eat 3 times a day. There are some days where I'm hungry, but I'm not craving anything, and I know I have to eat, but I'm looking through my fridge, and I end up eating string cheese and grapes for lunch. On a bagel. I wish I could just unhinge my jaw and eat a month's worth of food like a snake. Do snakes only eat once a month? I don't know, I hate snakes. 50% of my driving destinations is to the grocery store, and the other 50% is drive-thrus. It's all food-based. Oh, actually, sometimes I do have to go to the gas station.
Got the meme fish right there.
That's just food for my car. I've been trying to eat out less, so I bought boxed frozen orange chicken instead of going to Panda Express. But then I realized I'm still eating out. I'm just heating up the orange chicken in my own microwave. Some of you might like cooking.
Nice.
I don't. Whenever I cook a meal, I purposely cook way more food than I need so I can get 2 meals out of only cooking 1. I would rather eat progressively staler pasta all week than have to cook every day. But even if you like cooking, I know one aspect of it you don't like, cleaning up the mess afterwards.
No,
I think the rule,
not at all.
I cooked it, you clean it exists. And now that you're an adult, you're about to learn it never stops. Get used to doing the dishes and laundry.
Bro, I see my mom doing some dishes sometimes. Me and her do dishes, right? It literally never ends. The laundry, I got a few pals ready to put in the laundry.
Because as long as you eat and sweat, those are 2 chores you do until the grave. Laundry is such a prevalent chore that I guarantee someone watching this video needs to put the wash into the dryer, but instead they're watching YouTube. Well, go on. Leave. I don't know how...
No. It's 6 in the morning.
I'm going to handle folding dishes and cleaning laundry for the rest of my life. I'm only 25 and already burned out from it. Hey, speaking of burnout, I want to talk about something I just learned recently called having a healthy work-life balance. Some of you might have started working from home this last year. Welcome to the club. You now have no reason to go outside. So take it from a guy who's been working from home for 5 years. Go outside anyway. There's definitely benefits to working from home, like you get
$20 is 20.
work in your pajamas and, but it can be tough to work and live under the same roof. And I think a lot of young people have this mindset of being on the grind is a good thing, or at least a normal one. While it is important to work hard to achieve your goals, you need to be aware of burnout. And as a content creator who is his own...
Yes, burnout is a real thing. I woke up some mornings and I'm like, wow, I really don't want to make a video. You guys can really suck it this morning. And then I don't make a video. And I have thought about making new types of schedules, but for my YouTube, but you know, I wake up super early in the morning to work out, and I have like this huge, I have like an hour and a half of nothing to do. So I'm like, yeah, this is way better than doing nothing, because spending at like an hour and a half by yourself when you're used to being active, mind or whatever based, it sucks. It really does suck. You're like, wow, I'm going to be watching TV. That's kind of a waste of time, but it's the only thing to do at the moment since it's only 6 o'clock in the morning. Or, you know, or you could try to spend an extra hour in the gym, but, you know, you already worked out every single muscle you possibly could without overexhausting it. It's a cycle. It's a cycle.
Boss, it's very easy to fall into an unhealthy work ethic. If you think your boss is annoying, try having a boss that lives inside your head and will not shut up about working. It could be Saturday and you're hanging out with your friends and your boss in the back of your head will say, you could be working. There will always be work that needs to be done. You will always feel anxious about not posting. And since you technically live in the office, you could theoretically work well into the early hours of the morning every night. Or morning, I don't know. I want to talk more about burnout and my YouTube journey and how I'm managing it, but that will be for another time because I've been working on it. I'm definitely getting better and more relaxed on the weekends and going to more social settings, vaccinated of course.
He's
it's
had 10
taken me a while to learn the importance of a healthy work-life balance and that it's okay to work on yourself. I'm not sure if you all related to that last part. Maybe give it a couple of years. But anyways, growing up is a part of life. Adulthood is something that you all should be looking forward to. You learn and experience so many things, and that's just your early 20s. And before I go, is there anything you want to add, Puberty Platypus? Am I ever going to find something I'm truly passionate about? I drift through every day doing what feels like nothing. Seeing all my high school friends getting married and starting families, doing things that they're happy and excited about. It makes me feel even more isolated in my state of confusion and solitude. Who am I? Why don't I know myself anymore? What went wrong? Bagel bite? Thank you all for watching.
I'll take a bagel bite.
I've been working on this video for the past 25 years, so it took a while, but it would have taken 25 more years if it wasn't for my amazing team who...
So, yeah, for me, it's just like I literally do not have enough to do. It's like either I have too much to do in a day or not enough to do in the day. It's kind of like that weird concept where you have a bunch of time to do a lot of stuff, but then once that stuff is over, you're like, wow, how do I fill in this blank piece of time? Because my mind literally has to be doing something almost every single second. I literally have to get home from practice like deadbeat tired for me to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to watch some TV. But other besides that, I'm trying to like scour YouTube for the next hour and a half to 2 hours trying to see, oh, what videos would look pretty interesting to react to. But it's just like, even at school, there's blank pieces of time that I leave that end up being the most boring 45 minutes of my life. I will literally, like, if we have 2 days to do an assignment and the assignment is it's not hard whatsoever, I'll literally not do the assignment for that day and then do it the next day just so I have something to do at school. That is it. And man, this got into an era where it got a little bit too real, but come on, okay. So to at least help me survive my 3 years in the making before I turn in 20, please hit the sub bell, please hit the like button, and please comment what would you like to see next. And without further ado, see you in the next.